Welcome to Cooking with the Blegans.
I'm Aaliyah.
I'm Don Juan.
And today we'll be showing you guys how to make
the Triple B.
Alright, so to get started, we want to show you what it contains.
Some good ingredients.
We have some cornstarch.
Vegan.
Some Mediterranean olive oil. Lemon juice. Rice wine vinegar.
Quinoa.
Sea salt, coarse. Red pepper flakes. Red onion. Tomato.
Lettuce.
Green onion.
And mushrooms. This here is going to be a vegan burger. All the ingredients that's in this burger, also the bread, are vegan.
That's right.
My cognac, which is innocent. You know that's of course that goes without saying.
That's vegan.
And it's vegan to me.
Okay.
But we're going to show you guys how to make a thick and hearty burger. My wife calls it the Slim Thick Burger, but as a group we decided to call it the Triple B.
All right, and that stands for?
A backyard Blegan burger. This is one of our favorite burgers that we like to cook. You know, when you want something like, you know, I don't want to do a grill, but not be outside, you can cook it on your stovetop and you can also grill it. It's good for both. All righty. So let's
get into making these burgers. You want to start with about a 1/4 cup of red onion. We have our shiitake mushroom, a 1/2 cup of walnuts, about 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and we'll just kind of eyeball our salt and pepper. And also, don't forget the garlic. Okay, now what we're gonna do with this is actually put it in the skillet. I already have my oven preheated to 375, and once I get all of my ingredients in this skillet, we'll heat that up for 20 minutes, and we'll come back and let you see those results.
Okay, now, my wife measured these ingredients, so now I'm gonna start cutting them up. All right, first thing you wanna do, you know, I like to always get my vegetables a little sauteed before I put them in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the skillet on. I cut it on high, but the wife is gonna always come behind me and cut it down, so she don't have to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a medium low. And I'm gonna add me some olive oil. I'm gonna let that skillet get hot. That way when I put it inside of the oven, it's still cooking, all right? So I'm gonna take the mushrooms and I'm gonna chop them up real, not fine, I'm gonna make them a little thick. I like my mushrooms a little thick. So I'm gonna put them up, dice them up like that, and we're gonna saute them up real good. I already got the onions already cut up, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add that in now. Add those onions in there. These are red onions, if you didn't see that. Now I done chopped up the onions, put those in. Now I got my mushrooms. Go ahead and add that in now. Take a sip of this in here. Ooh, nice. Now these garlic cloves, I love garlic. So we got 4 cloves of garlic. Go ahead and smash those so I can start peeling them and chopping those up in there. These vegetables are going to be succulent, very succulent, all right? Garlic is good to add to your dish. You know, it's good for your health wise, and most of all, it tastes good. I add garlic, an extreme amount of garlic in my dishes, and onions.
I heard you mention you like your mushrooms thick. Is that all you like thick?
I like my women thick too. Get a look at it. Get a look at it. I like my women thick. God dog, this garlic. This bad boy open up. As you can hear that garlic being peeled, and you can hear them mushrooms and onions over there sizzling. Baby, go ahead and stir that around for me. While she's stirring that, let me get out of her way. It's taking me a while to peel this garlic.
All right, you just want to let these sear for a while to get a nice little caramelization on them.
And baby, go ahead and add a little salt and pepper to that.
All right. And like I said, we're just going to kind of play that by ear. Now, one thing I can say about being vegan You really have to season your food.
Season to your liking.
You know, but a lot of people are turned off by, you know, just vegan in general, just because. Sorry.
Because they don't think it's going to be flavorful, you know, because you're using a lot of vegetables and they think that the vegetables are going to be bland, but you know what, you can spice up a lot of
We're
dishes.
Blegan, so you know what to do. You know what Blegans do. Let's, you know.
We can season it up so I like it. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in those 4 cloves of garlic. Get all that good garlic up in there. Did you add salt, baby?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
You know women can't season
Boy, please.
that good. You know, I'm gonna go behind her on that there. Like my daddy say, add some of that Cajun spice to it.
Now, I did notice that my husband forgot to put the...
Well, I did. I added
He just
some.
put a bit, but it said, you know, so I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to put
messed
half
up.
of that.
She already pre-measured it, but you know, I eyeballed it. You know how we do.
I already salted it.
I added a little bit more, baby.
Okay.
I added a little bit more.
Now, we made the transition to vegan for health reasons, but we're going to, you know, we're trying to stay as healthy as possible, but she's going to be swollen. All right.
And please, clean up behind yourself while you're cooking. Don't just make a big old mess and don't clean up. As you cook and you're getting stuff situated, a
You
clean
getting that
kitchen
color
is
on there?
always important.
It's starting to get a little color to it. That's what you want. And let me just be the first to say, I am not a fan of mushrooms, but I have grown to appreciate them because they, you know, they help kind of give that fulfillment to your dishes, and that's what you want. Being that, you know, we're coming from being used to eating chicken and beef, being able to have some type of supplement that's going to give you that same feeling.
A fungus. And that's what it is. It's a fungus.
You still get that same feeling. That I appreciate that. I have some, you know, we're going to see what we can do with some tofu, but right now we're going to just highlight these mushrooms for today.
Okay guys, we still have the onion and mushroom mixture in the oven cooking at 375. We're gonna have to start cooking our quinoa. So right here we have organic quinoa and we have vegetable broth. You wanna get a half a cup of quinoa and how much of the vegetable broth, baby? A whole cup of vegetable oil, and you wanna get that boiling broth. You wanna get that cooking and boiling, you know, so that you can have that to add to your onion and garlic mixture and mushroom mixture. Here, we got a cup of walnuts, and we're gonna go ahead and toast these. So I'm gonna go ahead and add about a full teaspoon of canola oil or extra virgin olive oil, if you like, to that pot. Medium heat, medium high heat, and go ahead and add those walnuts in there. Go ahead and mix that up. You know me, I like my stuff to be seasoned, so I'm gonna take me a little salt. A pinch of salt, and I'm going to add me some red pepper flakes to this. Not red pepper flakes, but red pepper. Probably another little pinch. I like my stuff spicy. And we're gonna let that toast up for about 3 to 4 minutes, or less. When you start to smell that toasty smell, you know that it's getting to where it needs to be.
Okay, so while we have those walnuts roasting and the quinoa getting to its fullest potential, we're gonna go ahead and make our rosemary mayo. And we're gonna start with organic rosemary, veganese, which is a vegan substitute for mayonnaise, lemon juice, coarse sea salt, and to put our little spin on it, we want to go ahead and add our microgreens, which consist of cucumber and purple radish. And so while I'm gonna get these main ingredients in there, I'm gonna ask my husband to come on in here and cut these up so that I can add that to the mayonnaise.
All right, baby, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that up.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our mayonnaise. So we have a 1/2 cup of Bleganese.
And microgreens are healthy. Don't forget, they are healthy.
Let's get that a little bit. Okay, and we have a teaspoon of lemon juice. 1 teaspoon of freshly chopped rosemary. And we're gonna eyeball this salt. Yeah. All right, I think that'll be good. And so now we'll just wait for the hubby to get the additional.
Okay, baby, I got that going.
I guess I'll come over to you.
Always good to add to your dishes. Always add flavor. All right, so we're gonna add that in there for the wife. And it also adds color as well.
Yeah.
Nice color.
Okay, and then we're just gonna give that a stir.
Check that out right there. Nice and golden brown color. You know, that's real earthy like. Give it that taste that you want.
Okay, now that I have our rosemary mayonnaise all nice and mixed well, we're gonna let that set in the refrigerator, and we'll go ahead and begin our mixture for our patties. So we're gonna start with about a 1/2 cup of green onions, our mushroom red onion mixture. I'm gonna use that. We have our walnuts, toasted of course, and we have 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. And we just want to pulse that, so we're going to use our NutriBullet.
People like to do French fries multiple different ways, but I got a simple, quick recipe that's gonna blow it out the park. And you know, cast iron skillet, set your oven to 500 degrees. And you know, after my wife finish up about these patties, I'm gonna get into it. All right, welcome back, guys. I'm gonna get started on these wonderful French fries that I told you about. Get you about a handful or more of potatoes, rustic potatoes. Get you some extra virgin olive oil, sesame seed oil, salt, ground cumin, red pepper, and some black pepper, okay? All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put some olive oil in my cast iron skillet. I love using cast iron because it holds the heat and it cooks things, you know what I'm saying, to a high temperature that you want them to. And don't forget, set your oven to 500. If you can set it as high as it can go. Mine can go past 500, but I like cooking it at 500. All right, you take your potatoes and you're gonna clean them off first. Clean them off before you put them on your cutting board. Go ahead and start cutting them up. Now, potatoes are always good for a hamburger, but what makes my potatoes a little different, I cut them up real chunky, right? Because who likes a small French fry? All right, and as I cut them, I go ahead and I add them to my skillet, all right? What you doing over there, baby? Go ahead and fix me up a drink.
All right,
Gotta give me some of that hen up in me, you heard me? Now, I've been experimenting with these French fries and I've got them to where I want them to be. Tried them out on my wife, and she say they are delicious. We're gonna have the Blegans coming over, which is my brother-in-law and his girlfriend. They're gonna come over, and they're gonna have these burgers and French fries with us. So I want to kind of get these out the way before they get over here. Now, people might want to say, why you chose sesame oil? Sesame oil adds a flavor to it as well. You know, just a different oil to add into what you're doing. I always try to do stuff a little different than what everybody else is doing. All right, last potato I'm cutting. And you see I'm cutting them real thick. However you decide to cook them. The thicker you cut them, the longer you have to cook them, okay? Now, I'm gonna cook these for about 35 to 45 minutes. All right? Get a good little char on them. Don't be scared of the char. That's always good. Add these to my skillet. Oh.
And what do you mean by the char?
Char, you want to get a little burn on them. Now that I have them in the skillet, take my sesame seed oil. I'm gonna drizzle that around. Now this oil, this oil is gonna do is going to coat the skillet, keep everything from sticking, and then in addition to that, it's gonna help the seasoning stick to the potato. Now I'm gonna hit it with this red pepper. Now you use it at your discretion. If you like it spicy, add more. If you don't, you know, add as much as you like. I like it spicy, so I'm gonna go ahead and dash it on there. This ground cumin, no, this black pepper. Add a little black pepper. Probably wanna add you like a half a teaspoon. Ground cumin is gonna add a little Southwest flair to it. You know, my boy Bobby Flay, I always use that ground cumin, so you know, can't go wrong with that. I'm gonna throw that joint up in there, you dig? Now that I got everything going, I ain't got no spoons, none of that. Show you what I do. I'm gonna toss that bamboo up like that there, you dig? Get everything around. Move it around, get everything seasoned. Come on, get it done. All right? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sit this on the skillet, and I'm gonna let that sit there for about 2 to 3 minutes before I put it in. Taking the patties out of the refrigerator. You have to let those patties chill for about an hour and a half. So we got that chill. We got our home fries, and we have our we're gonna toast our ciabatta buns, and we have our cut up veggies. So right now I got the skillet going with some virgin olive oil in there heating up. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting these patties in. And the wife is going to go ahead and start on toasting ciabatta buns.
What you think?
It's good. Has a nice flavor to it.
Tastes like a burger.
It really does.
Backyard burger, baby.
You can taste all the seasonings. It's really good. It's a good combination. Okay. You did that.
Fries.
All right, so it's thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Back
We
on.
got viewers. These guys have not been paid. They have not been paid.
I'm definitely not no vegan.
These are real people giving real opinions about the food that the Blegans are putting out, guys. You got to get with us. Always remember, healthy eating coincides with a very consistent, healthy workout. Exercise, eat good, and it will turn out results, guys. Please believe me.
Okay, so you watched us go step by step with making this triple B. Again, that is the backyard Blegan burger.
Backyard vegan burger, baby.
With the patty filled with all this deliciousness. You
Quinoa.
got quinoa,
Mushrooms, onions.
walnuts. The verdict is in. My brother and sister-in-law both said that it was very delicious. I'm tired of waiting. I want to taste it myself.
Unpaid viewers, and don't forget that. Guys, I want you to go ahead and check out our link below. That's going to have the recipe. It's going to have our Facebook and Instagram account. Please follow us. Guys, if you want some good recipes, you got to stick with the Blegans. The Blegans is going to put you on all the up-to-date modern recipes, and we're going to put our own little twist on it, guys. That's just what we do. These potato fries, that's something I just whipped up out the blue. You dig? I whipped that up, and it's on point. So please, get the recipe in the link. Follow us on Instagram. What that taste like, baby?
Delicious.
It tastes good? You heard it. You heard that. Give me a kiss. Blegans, baby.
All right, same time, same channel.
Mm-hmm.
Catch y'all next Monday with Cooking with the Vegans.